Hello everybody, it's Wesley here with the Gorilla Investment Corporation. Thank you so much for joining my channel. This is a very natural channel and we discuss the psychology around trading, cryptocurrencies, stocks, and investments in general. I am a successful young businessman, but I am not a financial advisor. I've made my money in other avenues, but I can share some wisdom with you and bounce off our ideas so we can grow towards financial success together. First and foremost, I'm going to get right to it. AMC. Wow, what a ride this has been already. On this channel, I like to discuss the psychology around some of these trades. If you've been involved in the stock market for a while, or this is your first trade investing into AMC, it's not normally like this. There is high tension, there is stress, there is anxiety, but this is something that people have actually bet so much on that they are at a position right now where they feel like they are family. They are part of this together. They are, all of the adages around the apes and the gorillas together strong. This is a very, very beautiful thing. When I get right down to it, where we are in the state of psychology around AMC currently is that it's at a tipping point. The psychology of the hedge funds right now is that if this goes too far, they're going to lose billions. The psychology of the investor right now is that if I don't put in enough, I'm not going to make my one-time chance at generational wealth. And I think technically, this is not financial advice, but I think both sides of this fence are correct. What side am I on? Listen to the name of the channel. You know where I'm going with this. But what I do think is going to happen, and what some people on the retail side are not seeing, is that some of these hedge funds might go long on this stock. That may create a squeeze quicker than we could even imagine. So I was thinking we're a few months out here, but 99% short shares utilized currently. We could be at 100% short shares utilized as soon as early as next week, maybe even Monday, maybe even the pre-market of Monday. Will that trigger the squeeze itself? I doubt it. I think there's going to be some time and some more manipulation that goes into this, but I think this could happen sooner than later. What are some of the catalysts? What do we need for it to squeeze? We need more retail volume to come into the stock, but what's going to happen is the media is going to start changing its tune. You're going to start seeing more and more about how people are holding and rallying behind it. Proof is in the pudding. Numbers don't lie, people do. Always remember that. And when I look at the numbers, when we look at the FinTel, a lot of these are lagging numbers. This could be shorted so much more, hundreds of millions more than we are even seeing reported. You got to remember that. When we look at it from an emotional standpoint, you never want to be emotional about trading. You want to make a calculated decision. And what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing that this stock under $10, it is a smart decision to accumulate more of my position because I'm just looking at it from a mathematical perspective. I do love the movies. I do think that AMC is a institution, an age-old American institution that should be supported. I do want to take my children one day to these films. I do want to take them to the movies. So I also believe what Adam Aaron says, and I believe in him as a CEO. Thank you, Trey Trace, for doing that video. That was a fantastic interview, and it really brought to light a lot of the authenticity behind who's running the company and what the company stands for. That's important, whether you're going to invest short or long. Here's what I think right now. I think that this is a lot of people's ticket to a monumental wealth transfer. And I don't know if you guys have seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, there's somebody that lives in a kingdom that they've created of the self, and it's just the most magical place where they create infinite amounts of candy. And there's a really, really poor child named Charlie. And there's a contest that goes on, and if you find the magic ticket, the golden ticket, you could be taken on a tour of this chocolate factory. AMC to a lot of people is, regardless of their economic status currently, is seen as the golden ticket. We are risking it all, our last dollar, to buy a piece, a chance. But it's different than a lottery ticket in the sense that there's some math behind this. A lot of people are looking at it. One share of AMC could mean $100. One share of AMC could mean $1,000. One share of AMC could mean $10,000. One share of AMC could mean $100,000. The psychology behind that is amazing because if you have 30,000 shares, you're thinking I could be infinitely rich. If you have 100 shares, you're thinking I could change everything. I could get a down payment on a house. I could put my child through school. This psychology has very rarely ever happened on a mass scale like this where this many people have the same sentiment. Wow, that is powerful. And for that reason, I'm in. I'm in on the roller coaster. I'm in on this war, this battle, this tit for tat. Candle, red candle for green candle. I'm in on this. I don't care if they drive it down to $1 like all the FUD says. I'm buying more. Why? Because I believe in this. I believe the math behind this. I believe that even if the hedge funds want to get out of this, they're going to have to go long and let it squeeze so they can get out. Remember, you set the price if you're invested in this. It's not going to be something that they get away with. And I think it's a little bit deeper than we could ever imagine. I don't have all of the math behind that. I don't have all the TA. I could show you a lot of it. I could get on my computer and break down all of the VWAPs and all that stuff, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to look at the psychology behind this stock right now. And right now, what you were looking at is the hedge fund world, and the hedge fund economics was at the height of its empire, and every empire faces its crash one day. And Rome, is coming crumbling down in the form of a wave of institutional and retail investors that are raising the levy right now. And I got to say, a lot of these family run offices, the flood is coming, guys. So decide what you're going to do, but nobody's selling and nobody's leaving. Shout out Jackson Hunter. This is Guerrilla Investment Corporation.